Hello children. So in the previous class we learned about different natural disasters. We learned 5 natural disasters among them. That was earthquake, volcanoes, then tsunami, yes, drought, flood, correct. Now let us study about hurricane. The next natural disaster, hurricane, which is also called as typhoon and cyclone. We Indians we refer to the strong wind, fast spinning wind as cyclone. Correct. So this cyclone in different regions they call in different names. That's it. All are one and the same only, children. So this cyclone, it is a strong tropical storm. It is a very strong tropical storm with fast spinning wind. So whenever there is a very huge strong storm, S-T-O-R-M, storm, and along with it the wind will be spinning very fast, then in that case we can see a cyclone in that area. So this cyclone or hurricane or typhoon, it causes lot of destruction again. All these natural disasters, children, they cause lot of destructions. Now this cyclone can also affect both living and the non-living forms, that is the houses, buildings, properties, monuments, and the living forms also. Now in different areas they are called differently, right? So in Bay of Bengal, that means now we Indians we term this strong wind with the fast spinning wind, we term that as a cyclone, while in Japan they call as typhoon, while in USA or America they call it as hurricane. What they call? Hurricane. Okay. Now children, whether these things, cyclones and all, they will be already we can predict them when it can happen, because every time the weather forecast, they keep on watching all these things and they will show us, right? They will show us now this spot, this area is under cyclonic pressure. So a cyclone can happen there, be careful, be aware of that, right? So we can track these cyclones. Okay. Now this was all about the natural disasters, the different types. Now how we have to deal with the natural disaster. When a natural disaster happens, we cannot predict all the natural disasters, yes. So when it happens, we cannot simply cry and be in pain forever. We have to be ready, we have to be prepared for anything, and we need to know how can we deal with these natural disasters, right? So now let us study how can we deal with these natural disasters. So children, these natural disasters, when it happens, they do a lot of destruction and damage, right, to the crops, whether it's the crops or our houses, properties, or the livestock, etc., etc. Then if it is affecting the crops, and also there will be a lot of issues arising for the hygienic purposes, right? During the floods, what happened? There won't be anything like hygiene thing. All the sewage, drainage, everything, all these kinds of water will be mixed with each other, and because of this, lot of diseases outbreaks. Correct? Lot of diseases it will be occurring in that area, such as waterborne diseases, especially children, diarrhea, cholera, typhoid, jaundice, all these kinds of diseases start appearing in that area. So now there should be lot of awareness. Okay, so government should arrange lot of awareness programs. Yes, that is the duty of a government, correct. But along with the government, we people, we have to help the government for this awareness programs. That means we people, after now, if I am telling to you, I am educating you how to deal with this natural disasters. The same way you have to educate your neighbors, okay, neighbors or relatives or whomever you come across with. And that is how each and every people will be aware on how to act during a natural disaster. They need to understand what kind of natural disaster is this. Now if an earthquake is happening, the person is simply panicking. The people are simply panicking and they are running here and there and all. What happens? Everyone's lives will be in danger. But they can rule this out. They can save their lives and others' lives also if they follow the precautions and rules and regulation which needs to be followed in an organized way when an earthquake happens. Okay, there are certain do's and don'ts. So if they follow, they can save their life as well as others' life. Okay. So the first thing is awareness. We have to be aware of everything. Only if we are aware, and we have to make other people also aware of that. How you will do through different mass media, okay, like television programs and radio, then newspapers, even in your now textbooks. So all these are magazines, all these are ways of giving awareness to the people. Even sometimes they will do the street shows to tell how to act in an organized way, or what are the do's and don'ts, and where you have to ask for the help during such a natural calamity. Okay. So now people should know few things like where to ask for help whenever such a calamity occurs. And they have to organize help and rescue operations. So there will be certain organizations, children, help and rescue organization. So during this natural calamity, they will come into action. Okay. So people should know to contact them. Then they should also look after the injured people, homeless people during this a calamity or a disaster. A lot of people get injured, right? And many of them will become homeless. So we need to, as a human nature, as a humanity, we need to help each other. We need to take care of each other. And how we will help them, children? By giving them medicines, proper medicines, food, shelter, and whatever the basic necessities. That is why when you can see there is a lot of flood and cyclone things happening, the government or the private organizations, they ask for the help from we individuals only. Like please provide donation or the food or some clothes, right? Or drinking bottles and all. So then the next one is pass on safety instructions and other information needed. So as I said, as a people, as an individual, we need to first educate ourselves and then pass on this information to others as well. And this can be done through the mass media like newspaper, radio, television, etc. Now, follow the advice and assist the doctors, police and army officers who are engaged in rescue operations. So we need to also follow the advice. Listen to the advice whatever the army officers or the police officials or the doctors what they give to us. We need to follow these instructions and advice. Okay. So children, these people, doctors, police and armed forces, all of these will be involved in the rescue operations. They will rescue means you have to, if you are saying like rescue from a very this person is in a dangerous situation. So we need to rescue that person. We need to save that person. Okay. So all these people, they are involved in the rescue operations. So we need to hear to them properly and follow their advice. Okay, and the people should be educated in such a way they need to be aware, and so that they can react in an organized and helpful way. Okay, even though the natural calamity is not happening to you, you have to be very affectionate, or you have to show your well-being or the humanity to your fellow human beings. Okay. So now, besides these things, these are from the government things. Okay. Now there are certain private organizations also. They are called as non-government organizations, also termed as NGO, non-government organizations. Okay. They also help in providing the assistance to the victims. Victims means the people, those who are affected by these disasters. Okay. Now the first one, there are certain NGOs. That means non-government organization. They will run privately. Okay. Now first one, let us study one of the organization is the Red Cross Society. So Red Cross Society is one of the organization, and its symbol will be a huge red cross. Okay, you know the cross symbol, right? The plus sign. So it will be a very big marked in red, the cross sign. Okay. So this Red Cross Society, which all equipments, or there will be a lot of equipments needed, right, for the assistance. So all these vehicles and equipments will be marked with this kind of symbol. Okay. And it helps the victims by giving them the medical relief. So whenever you see this plus sign, the first thing comes to your mind is medical, related to hospital, right? So this Red Cross Society provides assistance or help to the victims in the form of medical relief and assist them in rehabilitation. Medical relief means medicines they will give, or related to they will treat their diseases. Okay, or if the person is suffering from famine, they will provide the proper food in the form of like medicines only. Okay, nutrients. I would rather say they will provide nutrients to them. Then they will also assist them in rehabilitation. They will also help them for proper place to stay. Okay. Then comes the World Health Organization. The next one is World Health Organization. You can also, in short form, you can say as WHO. WHO, written in all capital letters. World Health Organization. So, as a name itself, it provides medical services and medicines for the affected people. So, health. As a name only is saying health. So, health organization, that means it gives medical medical services and medicines for the affected people, that means the victims. So, WHO, World Health Organization, children, they will be having everywhere branches. Okay, in India also, in France also, there will be a group of people working for this organization in different countries. Okay, then next one is UNICEF. UNICEF, UNICEF, that is United Nations Children's Emergency Fund. United Nations Children's Emergency Fund. So, as the name itself, you can understand what is it for Children's Emergency Fund. So, whenever these natural disasters happen, many of the you say, family get separated. Sometimes what happens, the parents may die, the child will become an orphan, or the child will die and the parent, one of the parents will be living. So during this time, many children will become orphans, right? So, and also handicapped because of some of the they can break their leg or hand or head. Somehow they become handicapped. So because of that, they need help. And who will provide help? This UNICEF, this organization, UNICEF organization will provide help to these children, orphan children. And how they will provide help? They may offer some money and other essential items, and these are only particularly for the children in the affected area. Those children are affected by the natural calamity and they have become handicapped because of some of the natural disaster. They will provide help to such children, okay, with some money or other essential items. Whatever they require, they will take care of that to some extent. Okay, UNICEF is nothing but United Nations Children's Emergency Fund. Okay, so hope you have understood all the terms and whatever was being taught to you children. Okay, so that was all about the natural disasters. Now let us look into the TV exercises. Okay, so everyone take out page number 218. A main, fill in the blanks. The dash of the fault where the earthquake starts is called the hypocenter. So the location of the fault, write down location, L-O-C-A-T-I-O-N. Location of the fault where the earthquake starts is called the hypocenter. The position directly above it on the ground surface is called the epicenter, E-P-I-C-E-N-T-R-E, epicenter. Okay. So here children, the fault means the place where the earthquake is happening. Okay. Remember that. The third one, the record of ground shaking recorded by the seismograph is called a seismogram. Write down seismograph, S-E-I-S-M-O-G-R-A-P-H, seismograph. So this is the instrument. Now fourth one, the strength or magnitude of an earthquake is measured by the Richter scale. Write down magnitude, M-A-G-N-I-T-U-D-E. Fifth one, the inner layer is called the core, C-O-R-E, core. Now coming to the true or false. B. B means first one. If a large earthquake happens under the ocean, it can cause a tsunami. True. Second, the earth is made up of 4 layers. False. It is made up of 3 layers. Crust, mantle and core. Then third one is the crust is the outer layer of the earth. That is true. Fourth one, the second layer of the earth is called the mantle. True. Fifth is extinct volcanoes are those that may erupt any time or have erupted in the recent past. False. What are these volcanoes then called as? Active volcanoes. Yes. And extinct volcanoes are those which have been inactive for thousands of years and are not expected to erupt in the future again. Okay. So read well, complete your textbook exercises and classwork. Thank you.